When I was a much younger man, I enjoyed playing the Resident Evil video games, and if you can recall them, you would guide your character around abandoned buildings and deserted city streets where it appeared everything had been looted. And since the outbreak of the coronavirus, you can get the same experience on every British high street, albeit the zombie-like creatures you're likely to encounter won't be craving human flesh, they'll be looking for rice and pasta. And it is odd, that's what we're hoarding. Rice and pasta, the main diets of China and Italy, the two countries worst hit by coronavirus. And at present though, I feel quite proud to be British because Europe is in total meltdown. Italy's closed for business, France has shut all of its schools, even Ireland is restricting the number of people who can gather in one place. Whereas here in the UK, the advice is still, wash your hands. That's it, wash your hands. What's the worst that could happen? Other than tens of thousands of unnecessary deaths. And across the pond, President Donald Trump has issued a 30-day travel ban on flights coming from Europe. And on the face of it, it appears that he's listening to his advisors rather than the screaming that goes on inside his head. And don't get me wrong, I love the USA, but I think they deserve a better president. And I'm saying that as a man who's got Boris Johnson as his Prime Minister. But oddly, this travel ban doesn't extend to the UK. And as far as I can make out, we've got the most lax rules in the entire world concerning coronavirus. In countries such as India and Pakistan, they are testing everyone entering the country. But here in the UK, you can turn up at Heathrow and provided you're not coughing up blood, in you come, mate. President Trump did also revert to type by describing coronavirus as a foreign virus, as opposed, I expect, to an American virus. Do American viruses all drive Ford Mustangs and carry guns? He's also refusing to be tested, even though he's been in contact with people who've tested positive for coronavirus. And the people most likely to be killed by Covid-19 are over the age of 70. Mr. Trump is 73, so fingers crossed. But looking at other headlines around the world, in parts of Africa there are swarms of locusts wiping out crops. In Argentina, a malfunction at a slaughterhouse meant that streets in the area were covered in blood, and we appear to be having some sort of flood going on. So we've got a flood, rivers of blood, swarms of locusts, and a global plague. Is it me, or is this starting to sound a bit biblical? Now, I'm off work all next week, so if Armageddon does take place in the next few days, at least I won't have to get up for it. Also, I'm off work, Mrs. Disgruntled isn't, so I will probably be self-isolating with some tissues, but it's got nothing to do with the coronavirus. That's me done for the week. I expect next week I'll see you, so we can comment about who's been saved in the rapture.